So my name is Lonnie, Lonnie Parker. My wife Andrea and I have been at Blueprint since late 2022 during the Revelation series. That's how I remember it. Revelation series. That's how it's easy to remember when we came here. And this is my daughter Olivia and my son, also Lonnie, the fifth. So that's all. Oh gosh, you're not gonna get on video.
All
right.
All right. Well, what is your fondest memory of your father?
So my fondest memory, honestly, has been just the time he spent with me. There are memories of he was a pastor, so he didn't have a regular 9 to 5 per se, and so I have memories of him, picking me up from school and hanging out with me, going to play tennis with me. But I think ultimately it was the culminating memory is effectively just what he demonstrated in terms of dedication to us and what he taught to me about selflessness and taking care of your home, taking care of your wife, honoring your wife, and just being a really good example to me as a young boy. So. I am. I didn't know what the phrase PK was until I was like 13. Somebody was like, "Oh, you're a PK." I'm like, "What is that?" I was like,
I don't have that.
yeah, right. Like I didn't know what it was.
Okay. Well, how did your father raise you to affect you as a father?
Oh man, I mean, I think it was really just his discipline. It was kind of like, no, this is what you do. Like, you don't have a choice to be selfish. There's things that I've had to tweak in my understanding of service, but ultimately it was, no, you have this responsibility. It's at the end of the day, responsibility falls on you. It doesn't fall on your wife. And so I've had to take some of those lessons and then, figure out how they map against the scripture and make sure that they're still aligned. But ultimately, it's allowed me or enabled me to feel confident in the decisions that I make, that they are, in the best interest of my children and my wife. And he was a consistent example, and so is what has led to me feeling confident in how I approach my role every day as a father.
Well, what is your fondest memory of you as a father with your kids?
Oh man, so there's a lot of different memories. When my daughter was, she was probably about 2 months or 3 months old, and she was crying incessantly, and my wife could not console her, and my wife was exhausted, and it felt like she almost literally didn't drop her, but just laid her into my arms just as I was kind of coming up out of my own period of rest, and I was able to take her, and for 4 hours I just sat in my work chair at home and sat her on my chest and rocked her back and forth, and at the same time did a PowerPoint presentation for work. So I got 4 hours of work done while she was sleeping for 4 hours, and that was intense. And then for my son, he was born on Christmas Day, so he was a Christmas baby, and that was an experience in and of itself. So for both my wife and me. But yeah, those are memories in terms of for each of them, I think.
Oh, let me ask you real quick. Is your dad a good dad? What's your favorite thing about your dad? Is he still okay. It's only everything. Later on, as a girl,
Oh yeah.
As a daughter, everything about my dad. And so,
Understood.
What about you, Lonnie? Lonnie, is that a good dad? Is there something you like doing with your dad, playing with him or something? Oh, it's
Nothing.
okay, Lonnie.
Nothing. What about basketball? All those rebounds I've gotten on your behalf. Nothing. All right, that's cool.
You know what? No, it's okay. We'll give you a clip of this and we'll keep it.
Yes. I'll remember this. I will recall. I got evidence.
Well, what about this? What does Father's Day mean to you now?
So every year it seems to gain momentum and meaning, and I think the one thing I've always reflected on, I had the chance to do, was to call my father-in-law to thank him for what he did to raise my wife. And as a reflection, because he pointed to the Father, he pointed her to who God was. And so I think about that significantly, and I think that's an opportunity for us all to like turn to the fathers that came before us and thank them for what they have done. Fathers or father figures or male role models, to say thank you, because it can be thankless and it can be difficult to press on and be faithful in that, and just being consistent. So that's what Father's Day means, is that opportunity to reflect on being thankful for those that came before you. So.